as a runner, I've gone through multiple different watches, different shoes, and kind of just progressed with what I like and tuning that into my body and my running. When you get your chest strap, you're just gonna want to set it kind of right below your nips and just set it right there. You're good to go. Guys, so my watch is a pretty basic one, but you can do this with any Garmin. You're just gonna go down, you're gonna hold your up button, you're gonna go down to hit sensors and accessories. You're gonna select it, which is this button here. You're gonna go to add new. You're gonna search all. This, you can only do this when your heart rate chest monitor is on, okay? I've connected this to mine before, but this is what you would do. It's gonna connect, as you see there. Select to add, and then I added it. I'm gonna go down. These little digits in front of it are important. That's showing that it's connecting to the Garmin interface, not just by Bluetooth, okay? So that's important. It's the most accurate way to do it. You're gonna connect it. Now that you're connected, you can do another feature here. You go to About. You can then see all the models and whatnot, but if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, mine's a little bit cut off because I got the Droid version, but battery and new. It kind of goes new, mid, and then bad. So it's kind of not giving you a percentage of the battery, but so you're not surprised, check that out there, okay? So now that I have it connected, I'm gonna go ahead and go to run. And when I see that little heart there, that's showing me that it's connected to an external heart rate monitor. You want to make sure that your average heart rate or your current heart rate is set up to be able to be seen. So mine is right here, okay? Make it and edit it to where you're going to see that. So what is all the fuss? Let's make a actual comparison here. This run here, I had the chest monitor on, and I have done this run many of times. But we're gonna look at the heart rate, and it's pretty consistent all the way through. This is exactly what I would want to see. And we'll do the same type of run, same pace, general pace, everything similar, same day, everything. This is the Run Club. And we're gonna check out my pace and my heart rate here. And of course, there's a lot of things that vary on this, but there's a big spike, and just notice that it's not consistent really ever. So this is what I really just want to look into, and at least I know with the chest monitor that the information I am getting is correct, that there's no discrepancies. So that kind of tells me that this is the right way to go. I mean, that's a pretty big difference in pace. Of course, a lot can change that to your heart rate, but same pace, heart rate's a bit different. And you know, now I'm wearing this and I'm making a difference for my health. You know what I mean? I can tell, depending on your training and what you're doing, you can also customize your watch to tell you, hey, you're going above this heart rate, slow down. So I've been doing that recently, and it's been a big difference as well. And my age-old question that I've never actually just figured the answer out was if I can trust my Garmin watch or my Apple Watch, in this case, Garmin watch. Can I trust my Garmin watch's sensor? And this is about $150, very basic Forerunner watch, which is completely okay. You don't need to spend $3,000 on a watch to be a runner, especially a hobby jogger. Which is better, the heart rate monitor, which are those lights that were there, or the chest strap? One of the biggest differences is that this watch, those green lights that you see underneath your watch, are shooting lights into your blood vessels, into your veins. And there's shadows, there's like the beats of the blood going through. Listen, I'm not a scientist, all right? But it tracks those shadows versus the chest strap is actually got probes on the back, and they're seamless, and they're tracking the electric pulses in your body versus the watch is just tracking shadows. This chest strap is around 99% accurate compared to field medical devices. That wristwatch does not compete with a chest strap. Up until recently, I started using this, but before it was always the watch. And I would notice even when I would pick up pace to go across some train tracks or a road or just picking up pace period, I could look down and watch my heart rate like speed up as I'm already going faster. So there's like a lag in this as well. It takes a minute for the blood to pump through your body for it to even begin to notice to pick that up. Whereas this strap, it picks it up immediately. One of the more crucial details that I don't like about the wristwatch 2 is that when you're running and this thing bounces, or if it moves, or it's raining out and it's moving more, it'll track those shadows along with the cadence. So it matches the cadence over time with your heart rate through the shadows. Basically meaning, if you're running and it's extra bouncy of a day, it's gonna pick up your cadence and not your actual heart rate. And it's just gonna base your heart rate off of how many steps it thinks it's getting by the influence of it bouncing. It's just not 100% accurate. It's not gonna do everything you need it to do. This is strapped to your chest. It's not a crazy purchase, and it allows you to kind of level up what you know about your body. But why should you even care? If you're running and you're wanting longevity and you're wanting to just make it a long time in life, it's good to know what your heart is doing, you know? Oh, I don't need a watch, I can just run whatever. That's cool. But you don't know what's going on with your heart. There's a point of exercise where your heart is not healthy and you're doing healthy things. So this just allows you to really know what's going on. And now I know this is a great tool to use to make me better. So I'm excited about it. This is one was around $100. You don't got to get anything too crazy. The Polar H10, large and a small. I got the large. You can find these online. You can find multiple different heart rate chest monitors online. Just find one that you like that will work well. They pretty much are all seamless. Now, a disclaimer kind of to all this is, you know, comparison. Comparison is an easy thing to do in the running community, especially, and with like Strava and Garmin apps and all these conversations with your friends and your neighbors and whatever it is. Don't get into a game of comparing your heart rate to your neighbors or your heart rate to someone else. I'm a bigger person. If there was somebody that was maybe a little bit smaller than me, their heart rate's gonna be way different than mine. If there's someone that's bigger than me, their heart rate's gonna be way different than mine, but we could all be at the same pace. You know what I mean? So don't compare. Don't go on Strava searching for other people's heart rates. It's a completely different thing. How long have you been running? How long has that person been running? Don't get into that. You really just want to make yourself the healthiest and the best that you can in the position that you're in. That's the real goal. That's what my goal is. I got a bunch of new things coming out video-wise. I'm super excited. I'm starting to train the strict heart rate zone 2 thanks to this. And I'm excited for the future. Got a couple videos coming out eventually next month or the following month on outdoor stuff. Super excited for that too. And you know, God's good, man. I'm blessed higher than I deserve, man. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.